notice that there's some issue, right? I was expecting it hello world to here as a title. Didn't come up. So I'll go there and says what I did that wrong. I'm missing the type tag, right? So that's the easiest way. If you have like it's kind of simplified, then you can quickly look at it and say, hey, what is missing? Right? So you can just go and put title tag. Okay. Now I can just say file save and just refresh it. Okay. Now if I want this second line to be appear on the second line, I'll use that tag. And now it should appear. Yeah, the BR is new line. Line. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So this is how you create the basic HTML page. So these are the steps that we followed. Right. Open the text editor, save it as HTML file, open it, and then saw it in the browser. Okay. Now, another thing, on any HTML page, if you go ahead and you, let me see where it's on the edge.
You can actually right click on it, then it should pop it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go it into Edge and you can just see it, the developer tools, it will show the content here, the source code. Right, so it allows you to inspect it. If you are in the older version of the browser, you can right click and say view source, and it will show the HTML page. Okay. So if you're looking at it, if you're a QA person looking at a page, it looks funny, you can just kind of open it and say, hey, is there something incorrect on that page, the way it is created, and then you can point it out that to the developer. Okay. Okay. So you can do right click, there's an inspection element, or there's a view source. If you just do a view source, it will show up the everything. You can go into the Object Explorer, and it will show everything. Yeah, F12 is the same thing, it's a developer tool. Okay. And then you can just go see it, what's the issue with it. So this instruction tells you that you can switch back and forth, you can make changes to HTML and see it. And we did that just now on the second page. So you looked at the structure, right? There is a header where you put the title and any other relevant information. None of the information which was in the header shows up on the page. Right? It's the only the thing which is on the body shows up on the page. So if I'm trying to perform some calculation or some validation on the page itself that I don't want anybody to be visible, I'll go ahead and put that in the header. Right. So the only thing which shows up here is the body. And there are specific tags which goes into the header versus tags that goes into the body. Now, most times when you look at it, right, or your HTML pages or your web pages is going to have also a place to enter the information for you. Right, like for example, login page, you looked into it, you have a user ID and a password. Right. So all those things that are known as the data entry controls in HTML. And there are various types of it. You can have a checkbox, you can have a text box, sometimes you will see a drop-down list, right? Sometimes you will just have a checkbox type of button, or a simple button. Sometimes you will have a title. You will also have a radio boxes, and so on. Okay. All of these are known as an objects, and it's important for you to understand how they are kind of classified as an object, because when we go later into the UFT, which is automated testing tool, you will be able to, like, it's going to navigate to those objects and drill it down what the values are entered into those objects. Okay. So here is another example. Let me open up this for you. Okay, so this is the second page, right? Hello world. It has links, a text box, a drop-down box, checkbox, and a button. Okay. What I want you to do is spend open up your that hello world.html that you created and go ahead and modify it to enter at least one of the controls. I'm going to open up a source code for this one for you guys to see it as you work through it. So if you look into it, here is the text field. Okay, input type is text. You identify the width. Here is the link that you saw it on the page. Here is the drop-down box. Okay. Here's the checkbox. Here is your normal button. So look into it, right? Link, checkbox, drop down, checkbox, and this. Okay. Okay. So just go ahead and spend it's 5 minutes, add one of the controls so that you get an idea of how it's added, and then we'll move on. You can, or you can just put without that. You know, this is just we showed you the example of how I organized and do it, but you go ahead and just put it in for now. Table row and table data.